Hello you, it's Audio Who. The crew are back, living large and in charge. It's Sunday night, we're in for a fright. Let's get rolling. Yes, you did not dream it, Donald Trump was elected. And we have a story about elections to boot. Go figure. We have Fraser Hines and co. and the Yes Men. What do we think about this one? We have robots, we have the town of New Houston. We have somewhat of a murder mystery which turns into a political scandal. Where to begin? Well, before we get to that, let's get to this. It's your cast for this evening. Joining us from Cali, it's Sue. Vitarda's Blue. How are we doing, Sue?
Hi, guys. Good.
Good to see you, dearie. 2 weeks in a row, my God, there must be a full moon. It's Mr. Matt Rose.
Hello. Having a fantastic Sunday.
Yeah, good to have you, man. NYC's own Mr. Will Medina. Will, any more riots this evening?
Hey, now, how you doing, everybody? I don't know about your Jets yet. I got to check on it.
Okay, dokie. Cheers, mate. The fun from down under early on a Monday morning. Hey, Jay, how goes it?
Hey, guys.
Good to have you, man. The Scourge of Tottenham, looking for a purge. It's Mr. Philip Archer. How are we doing, Phil?
Good evening, Graham. Good to see you.
Yes, good to have you, man. And down in the bowels of hell, on a swanky new HP laptop, it's Texas Timwells. Timbo, how's that camera?
How's it going?
Good to have you, man. Yes.
Your team lost by a field goal.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, anyway, the Yes Men. Fraser Hines and the gang. What we have here is initially a sequel to the War Machines. Go figure. Slot another one in there, big finish. But what did we think of this? Let's get opening thoughts. Okay. Well, opening thoughts on the Yes Men. Fraser Hines, Elliot Chapman as Ben Jackson version 2.0, and crap, Deborah Watling? Who's in it again? Hang on.
Yes, it is Deborah Watling.
Yeah, Deborah Watling. Okay, sorry about that.
Ben and Polly.
I had a brain fart there. Go for it, man.
Yeah, you can say that, like you said, there's a sequel to the War Machine, but remember the War Machine was a First Doctor story.
Indeed.
So the girl that ran away didn't join them in the trip.
Nope.
She stayed on the planet, and you could say she became political and became the governor there like that. So when the second Doctor arrived, he noticed how different and very confusing you could say the service robots are behaving like that. Mm-hmm. But the thing besides that plot, he said this is one of the stories that has a new voice actor doing Ben Jackson. I'm not used to him. I'm not gonna say I hate it like that, but his voice I gotta get used to because I still do watch episodes with Ben like that. So
to be fair, it was a guy's first outing, so you know. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, and I gotta get used to it. So I got nothing against it. But if you notice in the story, he wasn't really speaking that many times and doing the whole 4 parts. So it's a good, you can say, sequel to the War Machine like that, because as a follow-up to what happened to a would-be companion like that. That's like a lot of us wish in a funny way that Big Finish would do a certain stories with what occurred to past companions. Like we know what happened to Tegan and that she did meet the Fifth Doctor again many years later like that. But we also like to know whether we don't know personally whether Big Finish does have permission to, you could say, have finishing stories of certain characters like Jamie or like Ace and stuff like that. Because
Ace is ongoing, but you know.
Yeah, it's still ongoing like that. But like, it was funny because like you say, like we like to know at least what happened to certain characters. Whether we know because of the years of some characters we know their character has passed away because Jamie's more than 200 years difference from present to the past. Same thing with other companions. But I would like to see maybe one time a story with something from the past, just to follow up to see a good or bad the character has been with meeting the Doctor like that. As for that deals with that. But this story is a good story. I actually thought it was a murder mystery because I thought the actual character died until later on we found out it wasn't. And she faked it like that because she was, you could say she's so misuse her power that she felt that anybody around her was going to try to backstab her like that. So this story really sticks out like that, and it's a learning experience because I hope, and like I said, I hope we could see other follow-ups to past companions and stuff like that.
All right, man. Sue, go for it. Open thoughts.
Well, I really like the fact that they had a Ben Jackson that was a different voice than Fraser Hines. I mean, nothing against Fraser, but
He never played Ben Jackson, but go on.
no, I know, but he has he has voiced a lot of other things besides just Thunder and Jamie. So, I mean, they could have gone that way, but instead they hired this other guy, and so I liked it, and I liked the
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the story. I liked the service robots, and I thought that Polly and everybody were quite interesting and good story arcs for them. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
All right.
Lots of turns. Thanks.
Okay, fine. Cheers, dearie. Hey, Jay, have a coffee. What do you reckon?
Sorry. Yeah, I agree. I like the story. It wasn't too bad. I thought it was a murder mystery as well at the beginning, and then it becomes a political drama. I liked at the beginning of the story how the Doctor was teaching his companions how to fly the TARDIS just in case anything ever happened to him. Because we never really saw that in the classic series, did we? Where anyone else came even close to the console to touching it.
Well, besides our lovely ladies on Romana 1 and Romana 2.
Well,
And
no, I'm
Nessa
talking about
Tegan.
black and white. I'm talking about black and white classic, like the real classic.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Adric sort of hijacked the fucking thing, but, we'll mention him, so.
Yeah, but I thought that was really clever. Also, how the Doctor really can't sort of get them back to where they're going, or want to go, and sort of teach them how to fly wherever they want to go. I also like the service robots, how they were sort of mistreating Ben and Jamie, do this, do that, I want this.
This water is too hot and too cold. Yeah.
And it's too wet. It reminds me, because I work in customer service, that's just how customers are.
Yeah.
So, trust me, it was a really good thing of reality there. But overall, the story is just quite brilliant. And I didn't mind the guy who played Ben Jackson. He sounded quite a lot like him. Him on the DVDs.
Elliot Chapman, he done no bad job. Yeah. All right, cheers, mate. Phil, you want to gush at Elliot Chapman, or are you going to talk about the story?
I'm going to talk about the story, but yes, I'll echo what AJ was saying about how the robots trying to emulate humans by being, sort of like, the way they were in their community, and the way they explain that the little baby robots, they get put extra bits to grow them up, so to speak. That's kind of funny. But yes, Elliot Chapman, even I think he's a good choice for playing Ben Jackson, because it makes the story feel so much more together. Because when you have someone playing that role, even though it's not the actual actor who obviously passed away. So yeah, it makes the story a lot more cozy, a lot more, and you feel like you're back in the '60s with that team. Okay. The story itself, it's a nice story. It's a bit political for my taste, but I understand where everybody comes from. They thought it was a murder mystery, but it's not. This woman had a bit of a clever ploy to, have a one-up.
Meg, which one then? Meg.
I can't remember. I can't say her last name. Foster or something like that. But yeah, it's a good story.
Carvossa.
But yeah.
Carvossa.
Who's the actress?
That played her? Jane Slavin, I think her name was.
Jane Clavin. Okay, she was all right. All right, so I'll continue.
Yeah, and also like what AJ said about the Doctor teaching each companion how to fly the TARDIS. That was quite funny, really, because you don't often see that happening. It's an okay story. I just think it's a little bit slow in places, but it does sort of like entertain you. It's not one of the best. I mean, the next one, The Forsaken, is my favourite one out of all of those ones anyway.
All right, well, screw you, Phil. We'll get to that eventually. Thimble, what do you reckon? Yes, man. Opening thoughts.
I thought it was an excellent, amazing story. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think the format is perfect. They have just enough narration to to give the writer the freedom to not have a bunch of descriptive dialogue for the characters. In other words, it's better to have a bit of narration rather than having somebody say, "Oh, look at that thing down there with the big thing falling off of it." Just to let you know what the visual is. And Annika Wills is brilliant doing this kind of thing because she doesn't even use her poly voice; she just uses her own regular narration voice. Elliot Chapman is excellent as Ben. I can't think why anybody wouldn't even think that was the real deal, because he sounds to me pretty much the same. I've listened to pretty much all of the old missing stories that have Ben and Polly in them now, and I thought he did a great job for his first job. The writer says in the extras that he would have given him a bigger part because he disappears for episode 3 if he had known how it was going to work out. But this was the first time they had used the recast actor to play the part. And they weren't sure. He said it's a delicate subject. They weren't sure how everybody was going to react to the idea. So, including the fans as well as the other actors. So, but I think everybody involved did a great job. Also, Fraser Hines, of course, is pulling double duty as the Doctor and Jamie, and it's very well done. Very good. So I enjoyed this play a lot.
Excellent, mate. Champion. Mr. Rose, proceed.
Hello. I quite enjoyed this. I really loved this. I don't normally like narrated stories, but I thought this was done extremely well. As everyone's been saying about Elliot Chapman, he's done very well as Ben, and I quite liked it. I thought it was very spooky when I heard him. I thought, because I watched Power of the Daleks yesterday, I had to do a double take, because I know Michael Craze ain't here, but I very much enjoy his performance. I liked it. It felt like 2 stories in one, because you have the Doctor and Polly go off and do a bit, you have Ben and Jamie go off and do a bit, and what I love though is their droid up is like they get an army and the Doctor gets so worried about that. It's like, oh dear, Jamie's got an army. I liked it. It's a very good. It's very good. Simon Gurrier, the writer, has done a very good job with this. And
I was
that worked so well. It felt like a new sea adventure mixed with
All right, Matt.
Over there, it's brilliant.
Double check your connection, man. You're lagging a bit. I think we got the gist of that. Improv. As for me, yeah, I can only echo what's been said so far, guys and dolls. I echo Tim's point, where the recasting of Ben Jackson, he disappears for an episode. Well, it's classic 60s Who, where they tended to disappear here and there, go on holiday, then come back the following week. So it fit into the time frame in that sense. The Yes Men robots, yeah, you had their struggle whereby they were striving for equality, to be a part of the population, to have the right to vote. That was kind of ironic considering the week we've had in the States, minus any riots, of course. Returning character Meg for the War Machines, it was interesting to pick up her story. She ends up being a bit of an espionage political murderess, but nevertheless it's still nice to see how these people end up. And just between you and me, if I took one look at Dodo, I would probably run a mile as well. So what can you do, you know? Fraser Hines, as always, pulling double duty, as the guy said, excellent. Annika Wills, I think I might have said Deborah Wallen at the start of the cast. Bad me. Told you I had a brain fart. Dynamite isn't her narration, and it's Polly. And what we have here is essentially a nice story that slots in between, obviously, Power of the Daleks and what was the one after the Highlanders when they bugger off?
Wasn't it the Macro Terror?
Macro Terror, yeah. Macro
Terror, there we go. I gotta quit drinking, folks. I really have. So yeah,
but we realized that in this story, like, because Ben, when he first sees the Yes Men, he comparing them to Daleks, and then because of the storyline, the Power of the Daleks, and Jamie thought they looked like Cybermen. So you already know the moon base already happened.
Yeah.
You could tell the moon base already happened in that. So that's already a couple of stories. Because if you notice at the end of this story, he's trying to get near for Ben and Polly to go home, which is the faceless ones. So you're right near that story arc.
So it's between that and the faceless ones, I know the Macro Terror. Right, there we go. We got it.
That's about
Go
right.
there at the end, kiddies. Yeah, the faceless ones. So there you go.
Your best guess is it's around there somewhere. That one site has it after the Macrothera and before the Roundheads, which is one of the novels. So
Oh, you know what? About that, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
That all fits into a big bubbly, wobbly, timey-wimey, nice eventually, folks. Be the judge and you enjoy. All right, guys, any events, characters, or instances? Well, there's only about 6 characters in this bloody thing, but anything stand out for you? Tim?
it was excellent all the way around. I would note that the music was very good for this story, even though you got to like part 4 and yet they kept reusing the same bits of music over and over again, which is fair though, because they used to do that on the television series quite a bit. So I mean, it all works. It lends it a bit of cohesiveness, I think.
Yeah.
It was very appropriate music for the story. But I think everybody was great in this. The new guy was great. Of course, Annika Wills and Fraser Hines, they kept it going all the way through. I can't find anything wrong with this story at all.
Excellent, mate. Sue? Wiki. There you go. Yep.
I enjoyed Annika Wills' narration, and I enjoyed Polly again. Polly and Ben together, grumpy and bubbly. I love that interplay, and I love the fact that Jamie plays like kind of a third wheel, and he also, like, you know, kind of runs cover for both of them. And I really liked Meg. I thought that that character was really twisted and interesting, batty, and, you know, sort of feeling everything that erstwhile or would-be companion would have ever felt. It was good. So yeah, that's what I've got for that.
She was a cold-hearted, murderous, rigging election bitch. There you go. Take that, Donald Trump. Well, how about you?
Well, according like Susan said, Meg sticks out because of what happened to her after the warming she did that, and how she built her life like that, and the only way that she thought was for her survival like that, by, you could say, being corrupt like that. But I gotta give props to Jamie, because even though he realized he's reenacting a dream over and over again, he yells his battle cry to fight his head off. That was pretty great. Also, and what's funny, and I gotta give props to one person who was not in the cast, but who directed this story, which is Lisa Bowerman. She did
of course, you big suits. Yeah, on you go.
She did a great job on this, which is pretty great. I also gotta give you a credit props to the Yes Men, because in the beginning you only see them like servants like that, but then we realize that they're learning because they want to become individuals themselves. Even though the humans think of them nothing more as like a toaster or a refrigerator like that, to do what they want, not learning from that. And so that stick out pretty good. I liked it that much.
Yeah, interesting concept. You're right. AJ.
I like the thing where Jamie was in the dream, reliving his
The war. Yeah.
Whatnot. But I would like to have seen Ben's version where he's fighting the Daleks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that would have been seen more interesting rather than Jamie, because we know Jamie's a Highlander, cricketer and all that sort of stuff, but Ben would have been more interesting, I think.
Well, it would have been cool if they'd been able to do both, right? Like flip back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
And you got to get, but again, he says in the extras that the reason he didn't write that much because they weren't really sure how this was going to work out. So
I think they might have a little problem, using some of the video soundtrack from Power of the Daleks. That's the thing. Because remember, that's how Ben remembers the Daleks, was from that storyline. So, they probably have to say some of the lines over and over. And
did you mention Falcon? I thought it was something.
He did mention Vulcans. He mentioned Vulcans. I'm saying if they would have done any audio for me, I think probably rights and money and all that to exchange.
They wouldn't have had to. It would have been the same thing like Jamie had, where he's just doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
But also, no, you're right. I also like the robots, how they just kept repeating cricket too as they were attacking people.
That was a different, unique end to part 3. Yeah, how
it was very creepy. It was very iRobot almost.
All right, man. Matt?
I quite liked Meg Carvossa. She was very good. I also liked the showdown scene between her and Miss Quilt. They were both holding
Oh,
guns.
hang on. Stop right there. We forgot Miss Quilt. Well, who played her?
Lizzie McKinney.
Well done, Lizzie. All right, continue, Matt.
Yeah, I quite liked Miss Quilt. It was just the showdown between them two. They were trying to work out, are you on his side or you on my side? I found that quite funny. And then the doctor convinced them both to try and put the guns down. It just reminded me a bit of Class from last week, you know. Oh no, the one that we've just done, where they were having the showdown with and everything, and they're trying to stop it. I just like that. I also quite like just all the moments of Elliot Chapman. Just wished he was in it more as Ben, but again, it didn't play out that way. And Jamie, it was just so funny, his war scenes, but it just felt more like a second Doctor and Polly story with them two more than the others, and they were just sidelining them.
I don't think so. I think they all had equal footage.
Had equal parts, but he had the short string.
So, in short, yes, I liked it all.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it all. I love it. But you know what? Annika Wills' voice, I can listen to her all day, no matter what she's doing, whether she's narrating or even acting in the Doctor. I love her voice. She's the most wonderful sounding person on it. Yeah, she is. She's just totally dreamy.
There you go, folks. Annika Wills, the only female to get Philip's libido rising.
I'm not going to get myself in trouble again. But anyway, still, where were we? Yeah, and God, you know, although Ben hadn't had much to do in this one, in the next one he gets the whole thing to himself.
Talk about the next one.
I know, but I'm just trying to say to people, don't worry about him not getting much to do in this one. He gets a whole load to do in the next one, so that's fine.
Can you wait till we review that story for you to talk about it?
No, because I want to say
It's like the actor himself says in the extras. He remembers when like Graham said earlier, they take a vacation, an actor disappears for an episode, and you're not really supposed to notice that he's not there, and that's pretty much how this felt. So. Yeah. Okay.
I think the most saving grace, well, not saving grace, but the most standout for me are the robots themselves in how they are presented in the story. It's really good, and you know what, it's kind of sweet as well at the same time.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go. A lot of what I enjoyed has already been covered. I mean, AG had alluded to earlier, the bit when, you know, Jamie was running around like a waiter, you know, trying to appease the robots. Very, very amusing. The bit with the doctors getting lowered down into the street with a rope through the window, hanging like a piece of string dangling. Really enjoyed that. That was kind of funny, albeit nothing came of it. It was just a simple way of getting them out of the library. I found it interesting that the robots extracted the events and the characteristics of the humans that they were. They weren't connected to them, were they? They were just
emulating.
Yeah, emulated. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, thanks, mate. Of the humans they were emulating, I gave it a nice twist. So yeah, all in all, part one of the story, you've essentially got a murder mystery, and then the following three parts, it's political espionage. So, you know, political dramas can, only for everybody, and can be a tad boring and slow, which is why part one, you've got a political espionage, and you've got basically a bit of variety within the story. So all in all, not a bad effort for season 2, story number 1 of the early Doctor Adventures, with Pat Troughton, ably played by Fraser Hines, as second Doctor. Right, guys, open mic portion of the cast. Anything else you want to bring up before we get it rated, zip up and in the can?
Well, I like too how once again the second Doctor just kind of shoos everybody and leaves without saying anything at the end.
Yeah.
But we still have time to stop and have a game of ball with some kids.
Man, say bye to Meg. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, Annika Wills is really pleased about that. She get to beat them all at football. She was quite chuffed about that in the extras. So
yeah, Miss Quill, I was like hearkening forward to Class.
Yeah. The other thing that I've noticed about this particular Ben in the audio, he's a very jolly soul. In the TV series, he's quite a grumpy old basket.
I think they mentioned that in the extras file, something about the voice being on a journey. I don't know, I was half watching at that point. Maybe Tim could pick up on that.
No, he says that the new actor playing the character says that he noticed by listening to all the stories back to back that Ben became a much easygoing guy with the second Doctor, a much more easygoing guy than he was with the first. He's only in 3 stories with the first Doctor, and by that time, William Hartnell was pretty much on his way out. So apparently, after Power of the Daleks, the mood became much lighter. The characters became a little bit lighter as well. It's reflected in it.
I was saying that when I listened to the Power of the Dark, when I was watching the Power of the Dark the other day, he's a grumpy old soul, man.
He doesn't trust that this is the Doctor. I mean, and again, that's another story. But I mean, he doesn't trust the Doctor like Polly does. Polly just kind of takes it in her stride.
She took it on her back, isn't it? She took it where he was like, oh.
Anything else, kids?
Yeah, I remember, Philip, that he did trust the Doctor in that novel on the Murder Game because the
the games.
Yeah.
I read that in young, so yeah.
Yeah, that was good there.
Well, go read that novel, folks, if you want to know what the hell they're talking about, because I don't have a clue.
And somebody mentioned iRobot. Was that you, Graham?
No, I don't like that movie. Who mentioned that robot?
That was AJ.
All right.
AJ, thank you for mentioning that, because I guess the Yes Men were on the Bicentennial Man track too. You know,
Except what's funny.
A lot of Isaac Asimov stories.
Coming from that's a good point.
Yeah, I like Bicentennial Man. That's not a bad. Especially for the whole servant part. Yeah, that's not a bad analogy. Anything else, guys?
One thing I noticed on the TARDIS wiki page, they have the Yes Men as the main enemy, but they're not the real enemy though. It's the 2 female leaders who are the real enemy.
It's a wiki page. You know, go edit it and get it right, people.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. The Yes Men are really more misunderstood, if anything.
They're actually comic relief throughout much of it, because by the end of episode 3, when they're using Jamie's phrase, and it's hilarious. At the end of the day, it's not you don't take them seriously as a threat throughout. I mean, even when they're shouting orders or threatening to hurt somebody, you don't really even take them that seriously.
If you want to be technical, the Yes Men are only really the enemy in this thing for the part 1 cliffhanger, because you don't know what the hell they're doing when they have they had Jamie and Ben. That's it. After that, you don't really know who the enemy is until part 4.
Well, they should have had also, when the robot said they're going to dispose of them, they should have had a dramatic music string, which they didn't. It just sort of went blank for a second.
I actually forgot about that. That was quite funny, where Quill just went like that and went, "Put up." Big lump. Yeah, good stuff. Anything else, guys? No.
I like how the description is done of the place that they're at. You can actually visualize the town and the city from how it's been described by Annika Wills. It's quite done.
Yeah, bang up narration job. And just as a wee addendum to what Tim mentioned earlier about how in part 4 the music was reused there and there again. Yeah, you can get used to that. I mean, like you said, it was done non-stop. Well, not non-stop, but quite a lot in the classic series. Prime example, Castra fucking Valva. Jesus, man. All the way through, 4 parts. God, not a bad story, but I want to blow my brains out every time I hear that soundtrack.
Wait till you get to the Forsaken then. Ooh, again, one more time.
The Bella the Last Chance Saloon.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Thank you, Stephen. So yeah, guys, all in all, good stuff. Are we done?
We're done.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we say goodbye to Yes. It's that time again.
Do we watch Blade Runner?
Right here, right now.
Oh, I've got
right. Yes, men. Annika Wills, Fraser Hines, Annika Wills, and Elliot Chapman. Season 2, story number 1 of the Early Adventures, Big Finish Range. Matt Rose, you've been awful quiet. What do you guess out of 10?
It's a great start for the Early Adventures with Elliot Chapman in, and all in all, a great start. I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
You suck up. Well done. AJ, what do you give this one, mate?
I agree. This was an awesome story. It was a good coming out for Ben Jackson again as a character. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, not as quite a suck up as he is, but good stuff, man. Yes, there we go.
His nose is still brown, though.
I don't smell anything.
Yes, strawberries. Sue, what about you?
Go Lisa Bowerman. Go all the others. Thanks, Annika, for being a good narrator. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, I'll leave that one alone, but well done. So, what does Tottenham say?
I'm not going to get my nose all brown or anything.
Too late. Continue.
I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10.
Admirable. Well done, man. Mr. Medina, what's the view of NYC, man?
I'm going to agree with Philip. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and I can't wait to hit some more classic story with the second Doctor.
Yes.
Oh, my giddy aunt. Okay, Timbo, what's the view from hell?
I'm not sucking up to anybody, but I'm going to give this a 10. This is an easy 10 for me. I
Well,
really enjoyed this story.
Excellent. No, you're not sucking up to MD, mate. You're just being consistent. Nothing wrong with that, man.
I love Doctor Who.
Yes.
His rating is comparing to the level of heat in Texas. That's what
Well,
it
there
is.
you go, yeah. High praise down technical way. And for me, I'll agree with, well, you know what, I'm not going to agree with Will and Phil. I'm going to go a wee bit higher. I'm going to get an 8.5 out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm not being I'm not brown nosing or anything. I'm just being very, very moderate in my view of this one. Excellent story, good outing, and it's good to have Ben back, albeit it's Ben version 2.0. So Elliot Chapman, keep up the good work, and to the rest of the regulars, we'll see you sometime down the road in the Elliot Adventure Range. But as always, opinions are like the thing that you sit on. Everybody's got one. You be the judge, folks. Okay, done, dusted, in the can. We are done for the evening once again on Audio Who. To the panel, as always, thank you for the half an hour or so of your time here this evening / this morning in AJ's case. Next week, we will be back with you talking absolute nonsense as per usual with a little ditty with Sylvester McCoy and Philip.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's
Sorry.
called The Death Collectors.
Oh, yeah, the Death Collectors. Sorry.
Yes, and we'll say yes. And there's also another wee story tacked on the end there in the Debt Collectors, which we'll be tackling, entitled crap. Something about a spider, wasn't it?
Shadow.
Oh, was it Charlotte's Web? Oh, the Shadow Spider. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, we'll give them a bash. This was back in the day when we had 3-parters and a 1-parter on the one disc. So we'll see how that one goes. You're going to have the main story, and then you're going to have a wee bonus half-hour story as well to enjoy next week. So we look forward to that. Guys, as always, check out our usual blokes and bokets on the wacky, wonderful world of YouTube. We have Sue there with Taylor's Blue Radio. We have Dr. Freedom and his news broadcast and his Omega files. We have the guys and dolls over at Geeks Assembled. We have Johnny Boyle, Sammy Carter. We have the return of glorious, long-haired, hippie Jesus, Mike Shannon. Hopefully we'll see him back a bit more regularly as time progresses. Johnny Boys, as mentioned, and all the other wacky, wonderful mates that we have within this wacky and outrageous community. As always, folks, like, share, comment, subscribe, and to our 5 fans each and every week who watch this thing, we thank you.
No, you done now.
So, with that, we wish you all a safe and prosperous week. I'm off for some Lucozade. Hasta luego. And see you next week, guys. When the next collector is at your door.
Seeing you.
Adios, guys.